Our TV. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're all okay today. It's a sunny day, albeit windy, but it's nice nonetheless. Today, I'm going to just take a little, not call it a break, but talk about something which has been happening in the news, which has been around for ages, but it's been re-highlighted. We all know about the events of a few weeks ago when George Floyd was sadly killed by a police officer. Now, this incident is one of many, but for me, it's quite important and significant because George Floyd was not that much older than me. The possibility could have been we would have been in the same year in school if we studied together academically, with the English year and the English academic year. And I think the cop who actually put his knee on his neck, which resulted in asphyxiation, resulting in death, was a year or so younger than me. So these two people plus me would be in a similar age bracket. So it kind of like scares me, worries me, because these people are at a similar age to me. And B, it reinforces the fact that we do have inaccuracies in society. It's not just racism, it's also gender inequality, sexism, a lot of prejudice as well in terms of other aspects. Now, what I wanted to do was just say that there is that movement, Black Lives Matter, and some people say all lives matter. Of course, all lives matter, but the Black Lives Matter movement has come about to highlight that they are also a group that the lives need to be understood and appreciated. I don't know if I actually explained myself properly in that, but it's not just saying that only Black Lives Matter, it's that Black Lives Matter, so do all other lives, but Black lives are not being highlighted. Racism has been around for many, many years. Inequality in terms of gender inequality related or regarding sexual orientation has been around. Disability discrimination, we all have these issues. Bono from U2 did some concert a few years back on making poverty history. What's happened now? We've still got poverty around. I shouldn't be laughing, but it's not done anything. What we need to do as individuals, I'm not saying we should adhere to some strict set of rules, but we need increased awareness, which is happening at the moment, but the right message is not coming across. It's been filtered out by looting and negative things which are taking place is in the form of a protest, but at the same time some people are using this as an excuse to show the system where the flaws are. So it's a protest, but it's not done in the right way, and this is cast negatively even. What we need in place are constantly sort of like initiatives which are in place all the time to make people realize that we're all equal in terms of gender, race, religion, sexual orientation, and even class. Class is something they say, whether this is true or not, or how much can you read into this. America discriminates predominantly on the basis of race, and the UK discriminates on the basis of class. These two things are changing, but there is that, it's still there. Then again, we could also say most countries do discriminate on the basis of gender. Sadly, they do. They favour the male as opposed to the female, which isn't cool. So what I am saying, my role in our TV is to motivate, encourage and inspire you all. I would say for this, we need to be aware of the situation, educate ourselves on why this is happening. Read up on things, read up on legislation, read up on awareness, why this is happening. Think about what we can do, if anything, and I think there is a lot we can do, to change the status quo. So, you know what, it's down to a little bit of like, if there is an area where there is predominantly black or predominantly white, there may be prejudice against the minority in the group because of ignorance, or because of, I don't know, be it people being scared or what have you. If something comes along which is changing the norm, people feel scared. You get a load of Asian people moving into an area, people will feel scared. So in short, what I am saying is what people need to do is make themselves aware, educate themselves, try to learn learn to be, not be more aware, be a better person. And this is by education. Doesn't mean you have to go to university to do this. It's just taking a step to make sure that you are aware that we're all different, but at the same time we should be treated equally and help each other out. As a citizen, we're in a society where our civic duty, and there is such a concept, is to help the other person, not to see what is in it for yourself, but what is in it for society, how you can benefit and how the other person can benefit. And that is regardless of race, political beliefs, sexual orientation, gender, or the like. So in short, this issue, this happened, this is sadly, if nothing changes, it's going to be this is not the first, it's not going to be the last, but it's going to continue, and people are going to protest, and people are going to the media are going to say this has happened, which is sad, but nothing is being done. Nothing is being done on a permanent basis. The nearest thing I can see is where when we had in England I can relate to, and I think it was done in the world when it was like, maybe it was around the world when we're talking about gay pride and recognition of I think it was as if it's to do with Stonewall, I'm not entirely sure, but a lot of companies were using the gay flag or the LGBT flag as part of their corporate identity. This showed that corporations are not ashamed, not afraid to be safe, a safe place, a safe environment for people of all genders, or no gender, or a gender which is not considered to be the norm, or what is not considered to be the norm, to be accepted. Why can we not do this for all other creeds, race, religions, and just gender in general? So I've gone on a little bit too much, but I think I needed to highlight the fact that Black lives do matter. All lives do matter, but you need to understand why Black lives matter in this situation. But it's also a wake-up call for the whole world to realise that we are all the same. Do you know what? People are dying of COVID-19. People are dying. We all breathe the same. We all bleed the same. So we are all going to be, we are born, we live, we die. And that doesn't matter what gender, what race you are, what political belief you are, what sexual orientation you are, what religion you are, what football team you support. It's the same. So if we start the same and finish the same, we start the same course in life, and we end the same course in life. We can be successful, we can be poor, we can be unsuccessful, we can be rich. We need to work to educate ourselves, and therefore if we educate ourselves, we can maybe convey this information to others to make sure that this doesn't happen. As I say, I don't know, it was a racist incident, but at the same time that cop had a lot of anger, a lot of aggression, and he was taking it out on George Floyd as well. That needs to be addressed as well. Anger management, sort of like being a bit more neutral when it comes to situations. It was very, very aggressive, and unfortunately somebody passed away. And so all I can say is Black lives matter, but then again, all lives matter too. But understand why why we are using the slogan Black Lives Matter. Understand that the black community is being neglected, and we should not neglect Black lives. But at the same time, remember all the other incidents that have taken place and in society. If it wasn't for, say, some woman protesting about not being able to vote, women would not be voting. If it wasn't for a Rosa Parks refusing to move back to the back of the bus in the 50s in somewhere in America, Black people or people of colour would be treated with like rubbish, really. In terms of New Zealand, or in terms of Australia, sorry, my bad, there was a time where the native Aboriginal people were classed as flora and fauna. They were treated like not even people. And now people are ashamed of this, and rightly so. There was a time where, you know, when the British ruled the sort of colonies, as it were, and they treated the people in the inhabited land like that badly. Things have changed now. People, you need to not necessarily forgive, not necessarily forget, but understand and move forward. We are one nation as a youth thingy, be it call yourself Europeans, call you British, English, Scottish, Welsh, Irish, American, North American, whatever you are, we're all the same. We all breathe the same, we all bleed the same. Anyway, that's enough for me for today. I think I've gone on a bit too much. Didn't expect it to last this long, but this is something which is very important and I'm very passionate about. I'm Al from Al TV, here to motivate, encourage and inspire you all. If you liked what you saw, please do share my video. If you like this, please like my Facebook page if you haven't done so already. My YouTube channel is Phoenix 8 Fitness, blog is phoenix8.fitness, website is phoenix8fitness.com. Until next time, bye bye.